Okay, guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. There's nothing better than going live in the middle of this storm. There's a hurricane. I don't want to sound crazy or whatever, but this is like the side effects, I guess. Anyway, so the issue that he has with this card is sticking to the other one. So social injustice for so long, people's lives being stolen, people not being respected, their lives not being respected, both in the court and under the courts who rule our country, and our country who rule the courts. So that's what this man has been through. But nevertheless, listen, he's an old. When I get this, I see this, I'm like, he's an OG. He's an OG. He's gonna come through with this. He's really putting in some major. He's working alchemically, guys. He's working alchemically hugely, and I do believe there's a little bit of upset here. I think he's really upset, you guys. I think he's, and not for himself. This is kind of taking a life out of him. I never knew Jay-Z could be this sensitive because he was always such a fucking dick up his own ass. I'm sorry to say. But no, let me stop. Let me stop. Because if Jay-Z's watching this, I don't want him to be like distracted by my comments there. I'm just, probably being really immature from the last time. So these things come up. It's like Beyonce sees this. She sees this, but she sees this as a karmic lesson. So she's really trying to stay quiet. This is the first time for her as well, where she's exercising indirect tough love for him by not coming in, by not rescuing it. But she is there for him. No matter what you guys think, he has a very solid marriage. They have a very solid marriage in many ways. So in any case, so he truly is upset about this because he truly, damn, is this public? I didn't even mean for this to be public. Sorry. So whenever you leave, I'm gonna end this and make it private. But anyway, he's really so upset about this situation. I mean, I just think that he fell on his own sword and he just really didn't mean anything by that. And the relationship that he has now, he feels feels very complicated to him. It almost feels like, he kind of sold his soul to the devil now, whereas he meant to flip it. He meant to be on some like archangel type, savior type thing, flipping this. But now he feels like he's kind of stuck there. This is, guys, he is going through so much personal heartache and turmoil over this. But he actually really is going to be all right because his belief system is absolutely amazing. And that's why Diddy actually came out as well and spoke out for him for a couple days. People, when they're operating on these kind of levels, they are they're dealing with very big forces. And I think he's going to be able to handle this. Here he is. He's an OG. He's been through a lot of wars. He's been through a lot of battle scars. He's been through a lot of victories, and he's been through a lot of losses that he, with his own fortitude, has been able to maneuver. But this one here was an ego death. So it's a bit crazy. Let's just see this situation with Kanye. Because I'm telling you guys, do not hate. Kanye is the one who could be the Hail Mary to take this thing to the next level. Okay, he is the one, and it's showing here. It showed in the other readings that I did as well. Here is what I was talking about. You guys will later see when I put together all these readings. But this was the original card that showed up, and this is why Kanye is somebody who's very polarizing, but Kanye also at the same time, people love Kanye. They see him falling, messing up, being, in his own words, bipolar, all these things. He's the one who could kind of bring this together. And he's also very, very creative, as we know. It would, and so if he were to do this show, I'm sorry, like I was saying earlier, he's the only one who's like crazy enough to even commit to doing a show like 6 or 7 months. Yeah, no, it's like 6 months, right? Nah, it's less than that. Oh my God. Isn't it January? Oh, well. Anyway. So, I mean, I do see the both of them kind of playing with this. So let's see what happens. But Kanye is the only one. And I think a universe is like Kanye's in orbit because he's the only one who really can do this. And if you want to see why I say that, you can check this video later. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, I mean, when Jay-Z's like, if I'm taking this much of a hit for just a decision that I made, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean this whole fucking thing up big time. And that's what it's going to take. There are going to be a lot of endings here. under his direction and under his forgery. Not forgery like fakery, but what he forges out into the world to do. He's already really working with very, very much so higher forces. All right. And I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Let's see what else is going on. This is about bringing to an end levels of institution, really, really institutionalized levels of discrimination and racism that has hung in there for a really long time, that has affected people's money and has blocked people's money for a very fucking long time. And now the institution is on the other side of it. It's like, if the institution does not choose to change and honor people, and I'm not just talking about the NFL, but I'm talking about the whole spirit of the social institution of this country, in which they process racial relations, human rights, economic rights, which hits all people of all colors there. So there are those three main elements. I mean, it's all really going to depend. It's kind of like either be part of the solution or get run over. This is what's basically going to happen. This is also very karmic. This is also very much so a lot of the universe coming in for it, meaning universe card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards within this spread are the universe talking, we're over the shit with you people. We're over your fuckery. Stop trying to deny people and denying, their divinity and all of these things or whatever. So that's basically what's going on. Let's see what else is going on here. There is the Page of Swords. There are going to be people who are just really, really freaking upset. They're just people upset with the relationship, this business venture. I mean, it's just the same thing over again. But I mean, if some of you guys are out there watching, you have had an impact on him. Look at these cards. The Devil, the Tower, the Ten of Swords. Like, there's no other way. You guys, this man is dead. I mean, ego death. I mean, so beat down, so heartbroken. He's really heartbroken. He truly did not mean this. This is really, you can't get any more intense. Any tarot reader will tell you, you can't get any more intense than these cards right here. The Devil, the King of Pentacles, which is pretty close, kind of, I don't want to say pretty close to the Devil, but it's in a material line or a derivative, not a derivative, but I'll explain that later. But I mean, the Devil, the Ten of Swords, as you can see here, the Tower, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords. I mean, he's almost kind of sick over this. This took a lot of his personal energy. Like, this took a big bite out of him. Like for him to get this kind of energy back after he does all the things he does, he's gonna be successful. He's gonna be successful. He's gonna do things. He's gonna do the right thing. He's gonna do the right thing. But this shit, the unfairness of it, also ignited a dark side of himself. You know, it ignited a side of him like, while I'm at it, fuck all these institutions. I'm gonna make sure things are proper, even and fair. And I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to get in the way of what he's created. Not that I'm saying that anybody could really get in the way, but that's enough information. Still confused, still dealing with a lot of stuff. So how's he gonna get out of this? He's definitely meditating. He's definitely waiting kind of for he's staying rooted in higher level forces in order for this to sort itself out through divine connection, through divine invocation is what I want to say. He is going to offer something to somebody. He's looking at a number of acts, but you know, also at the same time, people don't know what the fuck is going on. People who wanted to come to the table with him now don't know who the fuck Jay-Z's motives are. You know, the same dash stuff over here. You know, stuff is kind of shady. I don't know for sure. I don't know. So, I mean, he may really kind of try to take an easy route out and try to offer as Beyoncé, but I kind of feel like, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I feel like he's just going to go ahead and he's trying to put stuff together and he's going to try to ask Beyoncé. But even, I mean, he knows damn well there's a lot more going on than just having her clean up his mess with this. You know, it's a behavior that he has that she personally knows has impacted them personally in their relationship a number of times. So he kind of knows, you know, this isn't correct. She might just do this. Her ability to be very forgiving of him is very karmic. Is very much so a part of their spiritual journey together. And, you know, the way that he does this humbly is going to be the thing that kind of reignites her wanting to kind of come in and help him. This is interesting. I need a moment to think, you guys. So let me see. I think she also looks at this since he comes in humbly asking her to help him with this situation. I feel like she also is like, okay, he's being respectful. And it's not even about him being respectful, but he's learning because this is something that she has gone through with him a number of times. And it only took form in this NFL thing as it's ending up as a big lesson to him. No, I had to move because of the storm. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't make it out there today. I had to. Sometimes you have to jump ship, you know when to fold. Okay, so she's looking at the fact as well that this is not even so much about him because had they not have children together, she might have let him hang out in the wind, twist out in the wind a little longer. And it's not to show power over him. It's not to be like a bitch, but it's to let him know the constant impact and the cause to her every time he decides to make decisions in this manner, with which he also did with the NFL, not considering other people, meaning well, but not considering other people. So anyway, so it's on the strength of their children that she might try to give him a little something, but I don't think she's telling him, yes, I'm going to perform that. It's not fully clear here yet, guys. So, I mean, these are things that are being played with in the mind of people, you know, what they're thinking about. And even with Kanye kind of being up here, I mean, really, even a card show, Kanye can really bring this under control. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I love it. I mean, it's just hilarious. But this is a big ass karmic lesson. This is a karmic fucking beatdown for Jay-Z. He's really gonna be okay. That's why I'm talking like this. But the more that I look at this, the more that I see Kanye over here, the more that I see Beyonce, and this is strength of the kids that she has with him. She's gonna help him a little. She's gonna consider it, or at least tell him that she will consider it, or whatever. But he really doesn't know what to do. I mean, this is horrible. It's horrible what he's going through. So if the public is seeing this, just know based on what I said before, he really truly, if he really knew the impact of what his words were and he were a little more aware outside of himself, he would have truly, authentically changed the way he communicated and the way he dropped this information on the public, you know. And his consideration with Colin Kaepernick as well would have probably been a little more inclusive or conveyed a little more respectfully had it not been inclusive. All right. So let's see. I mean, as long as stuff doesn't move as far as justice is concerned, you know, overall and implementing programs, I feel like Beyonce has looked at their plans or whatever, and they're not, for her, they're not the greatest. So she's been able to kind of stave him off because he kind of come into her a little bit like, to me, I don't want to say like a little boy, but kind of like, help me. Because she's done that dynamic in the past where she's bailed him out, you know, but he never humble past the moment that he needs her help. And she's bailing him out because he chooses not to be humble. But the universe is involved right now. The universe is involved. This is why this beat down is so damn hard. Like, look at these cards, guys. You don't have to be a tarot reader to know what Jay-Z is going through at night. I mean, to know what Jay-Z is going through, he really, truly did not mean to offend people. He's so upset. He came in really, he has a lot of ego and stuff, but he really came in thinking that he was going to be able to correct this. I mean, it has really wiped him out. You can see this. He's almost sick a little. He's sick, not necessarily letting people know, but he's gone a lot more silent. People notice he's not talking as much. Look at the fucking spiritual beatdown he's been getting. He just suddenly became part of the 400-year-old institution that has just been wreaking havoc on a number of minority communities. And he's just like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just hit me? I mean, suddenly all the things he's ever worked for, all of the credibility he's ever worked for, all of his hard work, all of his suffering and sacrifice, all of his own personal things with his own father, trying to make those things up, trying to forge his way in the world, not having a father per se, not knowing all those things, and that he forged and made successes of without any real help, let's say, that he feels suddenly out of nowhere all this shit went down. But he doesn't know that this has been knocking at his door for many fucking years. This is why this is such a big thing. The other thing, on the other hand of the side for Jay-Z, though, is that he kind of sort of signed up to want to do something super big. So he had to fall 2,000 fucking legions into the sea because he asked to have a very big monumental victory. And the universe delivered. They're like, okay, well, you got this ego thing, so we got to wrap that up in there too. You refuse to get over that. And you want to do this big monumental thing? Fine. You're going to have to take a big fucking fall to be able to do it, to be able to channel and hold the type of humility and responsibility that it takes to really karmically bring this across the finish line. Okay? To really bring this across the finish line. Because a lot, this shit that's been going on in this country, which really shows up like this, amongst these institutions that have been totally cool as fuck with it going on by either indifference or outright forcing it. um, it's a lot of karmic stuff to clear, and he asked for this. So I mean, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. He's at sea. He's like a little ant in the sea with the 100-foot wave, but he's gonna be okay. I don't really know for sure. It's not fully clear because so many things are up in the air, like the things he's trying to do, the ideas he's proposing, the thinking he's still doing. That stuff isn't certain. So there's no certain answer in these cards as to who he's going to have at the NFL, to what he's going to do. Only that he's trying to move fast. He's very overwhelmed. He thought he could have this solved, I think, like last week, but it has not been easy for him. And he's been very confused about that because he's had, sorry, this card's coming down to say it's the end of his damn confusion, because a lot of his victories, to a certain extent, a lot of the things that he's been, give me 1 second here. Let me just put the right words together. There are people that he actually succeeded on at the expense of. Dame Dash is not lying. He's done it. Jay-Z's done this for a long time. He's done it for a long time. So he has never been 100% correct. He's not a horrible person. No, he's never been 100% correct. But a lot of him getting over hurdles, being helped by other people, even though he's working on his own steam, we're not going to take that away from him or anything like that. But he's utilized a lot of people. He's had a lot of step stools, and he has not respected that. He has not honored it. He has not been truly grateful for it. And he's left a lot of people behind. Like, it's been at their expense. And so this is the reason why the Wheel of Fortune is coming as well. Is there's an end to that. If you want to bring this over karmically, this situation in the US, karmically over the line, and you wanted to do a single fucking handed as well, which your ass is not going to do. And they're saying right here, your ass is not going to do that because you've never done anything single-handedly. Yes, you had issues with your father. Yes, your father was a bastard. Sorry. He didn't show up. But not everything. This is a world where things aren't single. Things aren't on your own. And that means including people in your conversations when you decide to make a decision. Not trying to drop a decision with the NFL like it's a Beyoncé album in the middle of the night that in the middle of the night and nobody knows about it and they get excited. You cannot do that with a Colin Kaepernick social justice issue predicated on 400 years of injustice that has basically been addressed at the speed of frozen molasses, or not addressed, because we're still dealing with a lot of this in 2019. And like I was saying before, guys, just the other day was 400 years since the ending of slavery. Oh, no, not the ending of slavery. I'm sorry. Since the beginning of slavery. It's only been a little over 100 years since the end of slavery. So, I mean, there's a lot going on here. But for him, karmically, he wanted to sign up for this. And there are others, too. If you guys haven't seen, like, my Meek Mill video as well, there are other people. Meek Mill also have kind of, like, karmically signed up for this stuff as well. It's very funny. He partners with Rick Rubin. Is Rick Rubin? No, it's not Rick Rubin. Whatever Rubin is the name of the guy who owns the 76ers. But it's also very karmically funny that this country was forged in Philadelphia. The Declaration of Independence that these forefathers forged while having slaves in bondage, human beings in bondage, but declaring their own independence on the 4th of July, 1776 in Philadelphia, is now coming full circle with Meek Mill being in Philadelphia, playing with the 76ers owner. I'm not playing with him, working with the 76ers owner to bring it into social injustice, constitutional injustice. So there's a lot of karmic stuff. Don't feel bad for Jay-Z too much. But do let him work. Let him work and do support. Put prayers out there if you guys care enough to, because he is going to do the right thing. He's going to do the right thing. He is just being cleared. And actually, he probably asked for this. Dear Lord, please let me get rid of my bad ways. I'm serious. And he got a total fucking beat down. This is horrible. Nobody, I mean, this is like 6 or 7 to 10 to 15 lifetimes worth of karma just shoved into one freaking or 2 freaking months. All of these cards. Just look at them. You don't have to be a tarot reader to see. This one is just enough. And that one wasn't even the first one. This was the first one. This was the second one. Or either or. But anyway, overall and in general, karmically, the universe is over all of this injustice, bullshit, people pushing to keep in place very old things. There's going to be some very turbulent things that also happen with the change of things with the government. I hate to say it, but I mean, God forbid there might be like another shooting that really brings people together. Like, people are almost fucking had it with these goddamn shootings. And so it just seems like there's going to be a lot of spiritual value over the collapse of the societal institutions that have been persisting for so long in levels of unfairness, lopsided justice. Okay. All right, guys. Excuse me. You can tell it's raining like hell here. Oh my God. She's like a freaking maniac out here reading cards. Freaking raining like I don't know what. New things are coming. New great things are coming. Let's see really quickly though. Overall, on the current lines of energy that he's got, which is pretty shitty because there's a lot going on. But let's see overall. Yeah, no, there's still a lot of confusion. There's still a lot of options that he's considering as far as acts are concerned. There's still a lot of people who are like, I would do this, but I don't know if I want to fuck with you because I don't know about your integrity. So he's gonna have to show his own integrity first before people even try and fuck with him to do his performances. And he thought he would have it very easy, but he doesn't. There's a lot of confusion there, and he feels very alone. He's almost stripped down to a little boy. He's also dealing with some, he's also dealing with some childhood issues. This was upside down. Definitely. There's a lot going on. He's processing society, being, to me, like being a black man, being a man who was sort of pushed into drug dealing in a way, having dealt with a single parent family, having dealt with just all the things that I can't sum up. Is kind of disrespectful to sum up in 10 minutes just because the people are on YouTube watching. You know what I mean? On a live video. It's just a lot of really hard life experience and stuff, and a lot of oppression. A lot of people who didn't help him. Yeah, but Beyonce this was her before. She's pissed, and this is the first time where she's really gonna let him hang out in the wind and do his own thing. She helps him. It's because again he's coming to her with this offer. He's gonna pay her a lot of fucking money too. But I don't think it's she's doing the Super Bowl this year. She's like, you better get somebody else to be the forerunner for this shit. I'm not doing it. You best come correct. These cards keep coming up. I know this is for her. This is her for sure. Because these 2 cards came up before representing her in my other reading. So, he's still very immature in his, he comes as a man beat the fuck down by the universe, comported, but not mentally changed, not fully ego evolved out of the ego. So, I mean, he's not really gonna be able to activate her help with coming in, in that manner. No, she's not gonna show up. So he best try to see if he can get Kanye. All right, you guys. That is it for this video. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps me because YouTube actually doesn't give you any real views if you don't get any likes. So doesn't put anything on anybody's timeline. So definitely feel free to help out in that way. And otherwise, I am out. Have a good one. Bye.